Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have presided over the worst disaster at our southern border in our nation's history. This was not an accident. It was deliberate. It was the consequence of deliberate political decisions that have created this chaos. This crisis was caused by three political decisions made in the very first week of the presidency. Number one, Joe Biden immediately halted construction of the border wall. Number two, Biden reinstated the disastrous policy of catch and release. And number three, Biden pulled out of the incredibly successful Remain in Mexico agreement. The consequence of those political decisions was catastrophic. We went from the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years, which is what Joe Biden inherited, what we had in 2020 under Donald Trump, success. And Biden and Harris came in and turned success into failure. Not just failure, abysmal failure. They didn't just go back to Obama-level illegal immigration. They produced the worst illegal immigration our nation has ever seen. Over 6 million people have crossed illegally under Joe Biden. Last year, over 100,000 people died of drug overdoses, the vast majority of which was Chinese fentanyl streaming across the border under Joe Biden. And we saw just this week in Texas the horrific consequences. A mass murderer who in cold blood assassinated 5 people, assassinated a family, including an 8-year-old child. We now know that mass murderer was an illegal alien who had repeatedly entered the country illegally, who had been repeatedly deported. And yet, because under Joe Biden's open border policy, ICE is prevented from deporting dangerous illegal immigrants, he was here to commit that mass murder. That crime should never have happened. Those 5 people should still be alive. That child should still be alive. But the open border policies that Biden and Harris have put in place are causing misery and suffering and death every day. I spent a lot of time at the southern border. The same is not true for the president. The same is not true for the vice president. If you come down to the Rio Grande Valley, as John Cornyn and Lindsey Graham have many, many times, within minutes you see the human suffering that has unfolded. You see Texas farmers and ranchers showing you photograph after photograph of dead bodies of migrants they find that the traffickers have abandoned on their properties. A few weeks ago in Senate Judiciary Committee, Alejandro Mayorkas was testifying. I asked him, how many migrants died crossing the border illegally last year? He said, I don't know, I have no idea. Remember that the next time he tells you how compassionate he is. He doesn't even bother to know how many people his policies are killing. The answer is 853. I can tell you when we were down there, John and I together brought 19 senators down to the border. We were out on the Rio Grande. We saw a dead body, a man floating in the water who had drowned crossing illegally. I've seen women who've been violently raped by the cartels. I've seen children, little girls, little boys, horribly physically assaulted, sexually assaulted. What is happening is evil. And it's the result of deliberate political decisions. And now, next week, the Biden administration is going to lift Title 42, and here's their great plan. They're going to make it worse. They don't intend to fix it. They don't intend to stop it. They don't intend to shut down the cartels. They don't intend to secure the borders. They don't intend to stop the drug traffickers. They intend to make it worse. They want 6 million to become 10 million, to become 12 million, to become 15 million. And their actions demonstrate they don't give a damn about the lives that will be lost in the process. They don't care about the children assaulted in the process. They don't care about the drugs that are killing our children in this country. Nobody who looks at what's happening can defend it, because it's indefensible.